Yo, what it do, 2K fans? It's your boy JuKIng the Boss, and I was recently reading an article that came out last year around the time frame 2K came out, and it got me to thinking about something really interesting, and that's the 2K VC issue. Now, I consider the issue because compared to 2K18, it's a lot better than it was. There are more ways to earn VC. There are more ways to really go out there and feel like it's less of a grind. Now it's just really about the get my points up and rebalancing that. But we're not going to talk about that. What we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about VC and how VC could be hurt in 2K20 due to some recent things that have happened. Now, we know that before 2K came out, there was a couple of gambling laws that went into place in Belgium and the Netherlands. Those are the two spots that I know of, but there are gaming laws that are really starting to reenact itself. When you think about China's new gaming laws, about limiting the number of games that come out, about keeping certain types of games from coming out, or at least keeping certain types of games from being released in their part of the globe, and to each his own, right? But if we look at how VC or microtransactions in 2K worked over the past years, we've seen them first introduce it. I want to say it was officially in like 2K13, 2K14. Now, I know when it first came into place for real in 2K12 or 13, it was utilized as a way to, like, you could only use VC to buy, like, you could use it to upgrade your character a little bit. It was only available in the My Player at that time. And you utilize it as well to buy special attribute lace gear pieces. So like you could get you some elbow pads that gave you a +5 3-point shooting rating, a sleeve that gave you like a +2 2 mid-range shooting rating. You had some shoes that could give you a +5, dunk, or +5 speed, these little things. And then they found a new way to bring microtransactions or VC into the fold. And so over the years, we watched them add it into My Team. We watched them add it into My GM. And so when you think about just how far 2K has gone with the VC, and then they took some chances and really gambled big with the way they utilize VC. And now, don't get me wrong, it's still bad right now, but it's better than it was. And so almost any improvement over 2K18, everybody looked at it as an improvement. So great, but it's about how can we get it to the perfect spot. And I'm not one to complain and say, I shouldn't have to sit up here and spend all this extra money on VC and everything like that. As long as you give me a way to earn the currency in game, then I'm willing to accept it there, because it means that I don't have to spend money to get this currency that's going to upgrade my player. I have the time to play the game. I have the time to grind it out on the game. I find certain parts of the game fun, and the modes that I find fun that are worth grinding and everything like that, I haven't lost interest in them at all. So do I mind VC being a part of the game? No. Do I think that they need to reevaluate it and address it in a different way? Because what we could see is the current landscape of VC causing 2K not to be released, or for them to adjust. Well, not to be released, but not to be released in certain parts of the country. Well, in certain parts of the world. I'm sorry, not parts of the country, but in certain parts of the world. And we could also see that means that they'll either have to, this game can't release in this part of the world, or this game mode can't exist within 2K anymore. Now, the reason why I say that is because when you look at what you spend VC on, the things that are okay is your clothing, your items, your gear, those things that you work so hard. You want to style your man up a little bit. Spending VC on that is one thing. You spend VC on your upgrades to upgrade your man, but you earn this VC in game as well. So it's not completely out the way to utilize that VC to build your person up. But we also use VC in ante-up games. Now, if you're not familiar with ante-up games, which if you watching my channel, most likely you are familiar with it, not because I play a lot of ante-up, but because I talk about 2K on so many different levels. If you're familiar with ante-up games, you know that ante-up is about putting your VC on the line in order to get more VC. Now, that's in the video game logic is 2K's way of gambling. Now, a lot of people might say, well, you can't convert that VC into real world currency, so it's not really gambling. But it is gambling in the instance that 2K like VC has a monetary value. And because it has a monetary value, it has a worth. Now, it's worth nothing when the new game comes out, but as long as that game is out, it's worth something. And because they put a dollar amount on it, it means that when you spend money to get that money, anything dealing with that money is considered gambling. Gambling games like, Blackjack 21, poker games that you play on your mobile phone, even though you can't cash that money out into real currency, it's still a gambling game because you are betting with that money on victory versus defeat. Now, why is that a problem? Because right now 2K has it where you can buy VC, and because you can buy VC, it becomes problematic in the instance where you're essentially buying money to spend in game. And in the case of Ante Up, you got so many ways that people can find a way to kind of like jip you out your money. It's like betting against the house. You got people who go out there and they will delay the game just so that way they can win. So imagine if you went out and you bought, $50 worth of VC and you start betting that VC, and then all of a sudden you find yourself lagging out of games, getting kicked out of games because somebody's delaying. Essentially, you're losing money that you invested. And I'm talking about on top of the money that you invested in the game itself, just buying the game to play the game. So why am I bringing this up? Why? I always have a solution to every problem. And this one I feel is a really good solution. So I think that moving forward, 2K has to reanalyze, and they usually analyze these things every year and see what worked and what didn't work. And with these new laws going into place, you can most likely bet your bottom dollar that they're reanalyzing exactly how to institute VC moving forward to a way that they can still profit at the same rate that they felt that they profited in the past. So I think that they need to not go away with VC, but they need to treat it, since they got the idea of the VC from the mobile game industry, that extra currency that you can buy from the game to build up or to buy packs or to make your person better. I think what they need to do is that they need to break VC into two categories. So you have one category that is VC, and then another category that might be something like my bucks. Okay, I'm gonna coin that phrase right there, my bucks. So my bucks would essentially be the in-game currency that you would win from playing games. So VC is something I'll say that you can earn it in game by spinning the wheel. You can earn it in game by completely daily challenges in the various game modes of the game, and you can also earn it by just playing simple play now games or specific daily games, like certain matchup games throughout the course of the season. Way to earn VC. I mean, you can also still be able to purchase this VC, but it's about its uses. So I believe that VC would be able to be used in everything except for like the current status, buying my team packs and utilizing it in the auction house. And I think that the other thing that you couldn't use it in would be you wouldn't be able to use it in Ante Up. So if they don't go this route and they decide to continue with the VC route, their next biggest thing would be they would have to either make Ante Up a event again, and that didn't go so well in 2K18. So they would have to make Ante Up an event again, or they would have to take Ante Up out of a certain region. And that essentially hurts your product. It's not a necessary part of the game, but it is a part of the game that people all over the world like to play. So if you got that part of your game gone, it could hurt your bottom dollar. And because the game is so region centric, region focused, if you're in the same region as a country or a city a country that has laws against this level of gambling, and they identify the Ante Up portion as gambling, then you could find yourself out of luck of being able to play Ante Up. Now, for me, if you took away Ante Up for me, it wouldn't hurt, because I really don't like losing money just like that. So, but if you take it away from the majority, that hurts your product. You got people who love to just go play Ante Up because they feel like it's a more competitive sense, because when people got something to lose, they got something worth playing for. And in that instance, I understand and I respect it. Now, these my bucks. These my bucks would be the equivalency of your NBA contract when you playing my career. My bucks would be the equivalency of your GM contract when you're playing my GM. And then my bucks would be something that you could earn alongside my team points in my team. And so my bucks would be beneficial across the whole platform and across every level. Now, here's why I think it's a great concept, because since my bucks would be the earned in-game currency, and, you know, you can earn a little VC every now and then just by completing little challenges. But because my bucks would be the earned in-game currency, not the currency that you can go and purchase, then that means that when you go to the store to buy a shirt or something like that for your player, you could essentially spend your my bucks or your VC. And just like most other games, when you spend my bucks, you earn, you basically buying it at full price. But when you spend VC, you buying it at a sale. So now you got a reason for those who like the style A man and who want to use VC to style A man, because they can save a little more and use their my bucks a little better in other areas. Now it's a work in progress, but I truly believe that if they reanalyze and readjust, utilizing a little bit of this information I'm throwing their wave free nuggets, then effectively you got a 2K that can't be sanctioned to the gambling rules because you revamped the structure. Let me know what you think down below, man. It's your boy JuKIng the Boss. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. We got more coming for you. Peace.